When I found out about my son Daniel's wedding, it wasn't from him. It was from Facebook. I was scrolling through my phone early one Sunday morning when a photo appeared on my screen. Daniel, in a navy suit, standing beside a woman in white, both smiling under a flower arch. The caption read, "Best day of our lives." My hands started to shake. I stared at the picture, my heart hammering as I whispered his name like it might pull him out of the screen. Daniel, my only son, married, without me? For 7 years, I had paid their electricity bills when they fell behind. I covered groceries, medical emergencies, car repairs. When Daniel lost his job during the pandemic, I quietly transferred money every month so they wouldn't lose their apartment. I never kept receipts. I never complained. He was my son. Yet somehow, I wasn't important enough to know he was getting married? I called him immediately. He didn't answer. So I called his wife. Now I knew she was his wife, Olivia. She picked up on the third ring. "Oh, hi, Mrs. Carter," she said cheerfully. "Yes, we got married yesterday. It was very small, just family." Family. I swallowed hard. "That's wonderful," I managed. I wasn't sure of the date." There was a pause. Then she said softly, "We didn't think you'd want the stress." The stress. The same woman who let me pay her dentist bill 3 months earlier because money just wasn't flowing right now. I hung up without saying goodbye. That night, I opened a spreadsheet for the first time in years. I added everything I could remember: rent help, groceries, repairs, gifts, phone bills I bought them so they could have a fresh start. The total made my chest tighten. $41,200. Money I had taken from savings meant for my old age. Money I had justified with the lie that love meant sacrifice. 3 days later, Daniel finally called. He spoke carefully, like someone walking through glass. "Mom, why did you block Olivia?" I laughed, not because it was funny, because it was absurd. "Why didn't you tell me you were getting married?" I asked. "Well," he hesitated, "we didn't want complications." That's when I understood. I wasn't his mother anymore. I was a complication. The next week, the calls started again, softly at first. "Mom, the credit card payment bounced." "Mom, the landlord is asking questions." "Mom, we thought you'd help us just this once." I said no. Not loudly, not angrily, just no. A month later, a lawyer's letter arrived claiming I was emotionally unstable and vulnerable to manipulation. My own son was questioning my mental competence. That night, I cried harder than I ever had. Not because I felt weak, but because something finally broke. The hope that kindness would save me. The idea that love could be bought. The illusion that being needed meant being valued. The next morning, I hired my own lawyer. I changed my passwords, updated my will, canceled automatic transfers, and installed security cameras. For the first time, my money and my life were truly mine. When Daniel showed up unannounced with Olivia 2 weeks later, I didn't open the door. Through the camera, I watched them argue on my porch. She looked angry. He looked scared. but I felt calm, peaceful, free. Today, I live in a smaller apartment near the sea. I paint. I walk every morning. I laugh with people who care without asking for anything in return. Daniel hasn't called in 8 months, and that's okay, because I finally learned something that took me almost 70 years to understand. Love that costs your dignity is not love, and silence can be kinder than pretending.